Hi, I'm Brent Johnson, and today we are at Baker Memorial United Methodist Church in East Aurora, New York. With me again is Charlie Porter. Today we're about 25 miles outside of Buffalo, New York, so we're still in the area where we've been. And we have come to hear this wonderful organ from 1928. Tell me about this instrument.
Well, it's an E.M. Skinner instrument from 1928. By and large, totally intact. There's been a couple small alterations. Schlicker added a 2-foot flute in the 70s. And other than that, I believe the instrument's original.
And that 2-foot flute replaced something else that was...
I believe it was a string.
A string, okay.
Yeah, 8-foot string. The other unique thing about this instrument is that the console is still fully pneumatic. All the switching and coupling is original from the 1920s.
Still original, wow.
It's been rebuilt, but it's all the original mechanisms just re-leathered.
Wonderful. Well, I can't wait to dig in and see some of it.
Yeah.
So it's a little crowded up here around the console. Seated across from me at the manuals is Taylor Koepka, who played for us at First Presbyterian just last week. And he's going to demonstrate some of the stops here. I want to start in the swell. We have a big diapason there, 8-foot open diapason there. Let's hear that. Yeah, that's a big open sound there. It's almost like I would expect that to be a first diapason, but in an organ of this vintage, big diapason's worth a thing. And then there's a 4-foot octave that goes on top of that. Yeah, nice and big and bright. So we don't really have a 2-foot principal in this. We do have a 2-foot walled flute, which is one of the few changes to this instrument that we know about. But let's hear the 2-foot by itself for just a second. So it's pretty bright and solid. How does that sound then if we try to add that to the 8 and 4? Is that big enough to sit on top? It kind of works. So that was probably a positive change. It's called a walled flute, but it's almost big enough to be a 2-foot principal. And then there's a mixture here in the swell division. 3 ranks. That is a big sound for 1928. It can certainly fill a room. You could accompany a congregation singing full out on that. So very good. And then we have some reeds in there. What do we got in the reed department?
16-foot walled horn.
Walled horn. Okay, let's hear that. Yeah, big and bright. So there's an 8-foot oboe, correct? Yes. Is that borrowed from the 16-foot, or is that it's its own independent thing? Okay. Yeah, let's hear the 8-foot oboe then. Yeah, a different sound there. It's brighter and thinner than the 16-foot.
Oh, there's also a 8-foot trumpet as well.
Okay, 8-foot trumpet in addition. Let's go up to that then and hear that. That's a big, bold sound. So this whole division is impressive. It's how big and full it is. I'm really amazed to hear it. All right. Well, we still have some flutes in there, but I want to hear just the principals and those reeds together, along with the mixture, just to see how big a chorus we get. That's a big sound, so yeah, very nice. Well, I want to hear some of those flutes now. We have 2 flutes in this division as well. What's our first one?
8-foot gedeckt.
8-foot gedeckt, okay. Yeah, that's a nice sound. That's got a lot of color in it. Now, it's worth noting this organ was built at the same time as the tellers that we just saw last time that you played for us, and both had an 8-foot gedect in the swell, but this one's different. It's got a different edge to it. Still very useful, and both of them, but this is just interesting to see how two different builders were doing things at the same time. All right, what else is in there?
And they have a 4-foot triangle flute.
A triangle flute. Okay, so this is an actual triangle-shaped body flute. Yeah, very pretty flute. It can be be a beautiful solo, I'd imagine. But let's hear it with the 8-foot gedect as well. Yeah, that colorful gedect on that, the harmonics of that 4-foot flute, that really makes a beautiful sound. So. Well, we have, I know there's still a pair of strings in the swell too, a solitional and a celeste. Yep. All right, let's hear just the solitional first. Yeah, very bright but gentle and soft. And then how does that sound with the Vox Celeste added? They really just fade away with the swell box in place. So yeah. So and that entire division's in that swell box. So you could play that big, full, loud reed chorus and still be able to close it down to a nice, soft sound. Let's hear that just for a change. Play the full chorus, flutes and everything, and open up the box as you go. It's really impressive how far that goes from the piano to fortissimo. All right. So on this organ, the grate is really only 3 independent ranks, but a lot of the swell is borrowed down. So we've heard most of everything that's in the grate, but we have. Let's start with that 8-foot open diapason here in the. That's a big sound. How does that compare to the swell 8-foot open? They're similar, but the grate open is definitely much brighter and bigger and more present in the room. There's a 4-foot octave then that goes on top of that. Let's hear those two together. Big. It's a lot brighter than I was expecting. Again, same vintage as the one we just saw, but the way it builds up the chorus is different in concept, so that's interesting to see. And then there's only one more independent rank in the grate, and that's, what do we call that flute? Principal flute. Let's hear that. Big open flute sound there, but it could be a good solo against the strings. Yeah, lovely. It really sings out. It's not loud, but it's clear. and sings all the way to the back of the room, I can tell. So, and there's one more thing in the grate. We have percussion in this organ. What do we have?
We have the harp.
8 foot. Okay, Harp plays at 8 foot. Let's hear that. Lovely, and then it plays at 4 foot in the Celeste as well. Very nice, good authentic 1928 sounds there. All right, well, there are 2 pedal stops now. Principal, it's called, what's our name of that? It's
60-foot contrabass.
Contrabass is the name of that one. Let's hear that. That's a big sound. It's a big open wooden principal pipe, and then that's borrowed up to 8 foot, and we call that the octave. Okay, let's hear that. Yeah, nice, clear, open sound. All right, and then there's a softer pair in there, a softer rank. It's a 16-foot Borden, all right. Okay, now gentle and just hiding under there. And then it also has an 8 foot element that you can put. All right, very nice. So this is still the original console. It has original mechanics and combination action, and of course, like a Skinner from that period, we don't have any general pistons. So we have just 4 divisional pistons for each of the manuals, and then 3 pedal pistons. So you have to learn how to use those if you're going to move around. It's not a huge organ, so you don't need a ton of stuff to do, but it's nice to have those. Yeah, can't wait to hear the whole organ together.
Very small grate, 3 rings. Principals and flute. And then in here, we have the harp. Classic Skinner wood resonators.
And the swells above us.
So above us, you can see some of the duplexing up there. The stop action perpendicular to it. Your swell tremulant way down here gives it a good bounce. And then we can get here. Got our 16-foot open wood and some bass of the principal and the grate. Skinner usually made dummy facades where they didn't speak. Found that was better tone and tuning, so all the facades here I believe are fake. And the pipework's all inside the chamber.
Going in.
So, on this side, the diapason, your string, the triangle flute, which we noted on the stop close. The gedect is actually stoppered metal, which unique sound, but the stoppers tend to slip, just the nature of it. This is your trumpet, oboe, and then the 16-foot walled horn. There's the 3-rank mixture back here, the 4-foot octave, the celeste, and then way in the back is the 2-foot that Schlicker added in the 70s, and then the bass pipes on the back walls. Let's see here, these are pedal switches. Yeah, we'll work a couple of the sleeves. Side, the combination.
We're seeing 5 pistons here.
I've got a doing 1 through 4 and cancel.
Cancel, okay. So Charlie, this has been fantastic to see this
so much.
almost in original condition, 1928 E.M. Skinner. It's the first Skinner we've shown on our channel,
Oh,
because it's
great.
so hard to find them that are in this kind of condition.
Sure.
And so it was really great to hear it and to hear what they were doing in 1928.
Pretty impressive.
To see how they made
Yeah.
it all work
Yeah.
with original stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to our channel if you're not, and click the little bell to get notifications, because we still have some more organs from the Western New York area coming, and we're going to drag Charlie along too for some more videos. So you won't want to miss those. So make sure you're subscribed. And remember, until those come out, for streaming classical organ music 24 hours a day, visit our 3 streaming stations: OrganLive.com, Positively Baroque, and The Organ Experience. Thanks also to Taylor Koepka, who played for us today. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Charlie. I'm Brent Johnson. I'll see you next time.